let's get this show on the road. What is going on, everybody? 2Bob29 back in the lounge yet again. Make sure to kick back, relax, and grab some snacks because we got a blog read. That is right. We are on the official Twitch Live channel, and we've got the Visceral Ministry Faction Boss blog for y'all. And this one starts out pretty hot and heavy, I'm not gonna lie. Darkness descends, but not for long. Fear not, the light is here to push it back. Get the brand new Viscera guaranteed in the flagship offer. At WWE Champions.com, unleash his power with the new Ministry of Darkness moment that was available during the week-long contest. As you can see here, the Visceral Ministry poster web special is the flagship offer. It comes with a 47 pull, some points for the contest, some coins, some TP, some tokens, and yeah, a guaranteed 5-star bronze poster of the brand new weekend character, Viscera, the Ministry of Darkness. Earn the new powerful Ministry Business skill plate on the prize wall, plus even more skill plates, shards, and powerful 150% gem and move damage straps for the brand new Viscera. Something that y'all gotta make sure that you note, alright? Please note. The moment is currently available in the current Pacific Power Step Up offers at WWEChampions.com until reset this Friday. You want to get this moment for Viscera. It is huge. Something to keep in mind too in terms of this moment, all of the steps, all of them are on the portal and available for a grand whopping total of $115. You will get all the steps, comes with a full mega, some coins, some TP, some prize wall, and of course, the moment. Now on top of that, you can't see this coming. If you don't want to read it, that's fine. Seeing as the boss is no accident, it's the start of a new trend, plus skill plates are allowed. Now that being said, I want to read it, so feel free to keep on listening in. You may have noticed something a little different this time around. John Cena is your end-of-month faction boss. And no, your eyes are not deceiving you, even if you can't see him. This is not a mistake. It is a deliberate new direction. Starting as of now, we are aligning the weekend boss boost with the month's A-tier superstar. So make sure to earn the A-tier superstar Big Boss Man, the corporation, this month, and you can dominate the boss battle. Use them in contests and complete tasks for even more rewards. John Cena's case. He is a defensive acrobat. This faction boss design lets Big Boss Man, the powerhouse, unleash both of his hardcore potential moves in a powerful way. A move that would not hit as hard if Viscera was the boss. It's all about making the final challenge more dynamic and rewarding. We are looking forward to building on this approach in future months, and as always, we appreciate your passion and sharp eyes on these details. Also, weekend faction boss battles will have no negative steel cage rules active, which means you can use everything, including skill plates. Absolutely insane start to the blog read. Please note, as always, everything is taken from a test environment. All of the items, dates, etc. are subject to change. Some parts of the contest might still be a work in progress, so make sure to check in-game for the most up-to-date information and detail in regard to the contest. The schedule that we have this weekend. The solo contest starts on the 30th at reset, ends on the 2nd at reset. The boss competition starts on the 31st at reset, ends on the 2nd at reset, and the faction boss itself starts 2 hours after reset on the 31st and ends midnight Pacific on the 2nd. The MLC Chase And reward highlights for this weekend, not to forget, for those of you that don't want that offer, Viscera is still a 3,000 shard recruit, and there is a lot of shards available for him. 500 in the solo milestones, 150 in the faction boss competition, 210 in tours, and 40 in the faction boss shop. In the premium section, there is 80 more in the faction boss shop. You can get them guaranteed at 5-star bronze in the shop at WWE like we mentioned above. And for those of you that really want to chase him, guess what? His 6-star gold poster and his new skill plate are in the loot. Not to be forgotten, we still got WCW The Alliance Austin, 240 shards of him in the free milestones, and 160 additional in the premium solo milestones. And for the Big Boss Man Corporation, 90 free shards in the solo milestones, 45 more in the premium solo milestones, and 15 in offers. Now, the main prize wall, you can obviously, like we mentioned above, get Viscera at 5-star bronze guaranteed in the shop at champions.com for $99, along with more rewards. And that's right, a new skill plate. The Ministry Business skill plate. Whenever you make 6 or more multiplier gems, increase all your gem damage by 100% for 1 turn. And that bad boy is an ultimate skill plate. So, solid skill plate. On top of that, we got a lot of other skill plates on the prize wall. We got the Fearless Stare, for those of you that forgot, that is the Penta skill plate. The Punk's Gauntlets, the Dirty Deeds, the Time to Get Radical, the Chelsea's Entitlement, the Total Silence and Botch Slap, the Insatiable Hunger, the Neckbreaker, Unbreakable Crown, Nearing End, Larger Than Life, Strong Style, Vintage, Glamour, and Underdog Story skill plates are all available on the prize wall. If you need a refresher as to what these skill plates do, make sure to check out the blog site and go on through to the skill plate page to see what each and every one of those do. For the shards, we have Karrion Kross, The End Is Near, JD McDonough of the Judgment Day, Abby the Witch, Nikki Cross shards, Dirty Dominic Mysterio shards, Tonga Loa of the New Bloodline, Akam of the Final Testament, and Bo Dallas Uncle Howdy shards. What? That's crazy. And not to be forgotten, we also have some ultimate straps for Viscera himself. 150% gem damage, 150% move damage straps, and 100% gem defense strap. Anybody? Going once, going twice? How's about some Tier 6 Fury 3 Takedown 3 medals, as well as class-specific token bundles, some coins, TP strap parts, and metal bits, all the good econ stuff. Shout out to Goldie. And for the solo contest, the max milestone is 15 million. Recruit Viscera, the Ministry of Darkness, to access an exclusive limited time tour this weekend. The reward highlights for the solo contest: 500 Viscera shards, 160 Alliance Austin shards, 135 Big Boss Man Corporation shards, 42,200 prize wall medallions, and 5 Tier 6 metal chests. The top 200 leaderboard ranks can get more prize wall medallions and 6-star gold tokens. Now, for the solo contest, that is the solo contest CSS, not the faction. You can beat the faction boss on level 23 with Viscera, and then level 18 with Viscera, and level 14 with Viscera. So, not once, not twice, but you get to triple dip on some extra bonus points if you have him. So 250,000 points at level 14, 750,000 points at level 18, and 1.5 million points at level 23 for Viscera. On top of that, you can also beat level 23 with the Alliance Austin for 175,000 points. You can beat level 23 with Big Boss Man for 175,000 points, and level 14 with Big Boss Man for another 100,000 points. And for those of you that were lucky enough to get the Disciple all the way up to 6-star bronze, you get 75,000 points in your pocket. All of those are obviously limit 1. Now for the Faction Boss competition, play Faction Boss and earn points. Max milestone is 50 million points. The reward highlights here: 150 Viscera shards, 3 Tier 6 metal chests, 4.7 million solo contest points, and 1 Visceral Ministry contest bag. Climb the faction leaderboard for up to 5,000 additional prize wall medallions. The tasks for boss are as follows. Let's see if we can get them all here. We cannot. Defeat faction boss on level 10 with a new gen, 15,000 points, limit 100. Defeat faction boss on level 10 with a powerhouse is 18,000 points, limit 100. Faction boss on level 10 with a showboat, 15,000 points, limit 100. Defeat faction boss on level 18 with an Anawai Maya via legacy character, 125,000 points, limit 50. Defeat faction boss on level 18 with Hall of Fame Goldberg, 100,000 points, limit 50. Defeat faction boss on level 23 with Bronson Reed, massive, 200,000 points, limit 30. Also on level 23, Hustle, Loyalty, Respect, Special Edition, John Cena, 200,000 points, limit 30. And on level 15, with Viscera, the Ministry of Darkness, 400,000 points, limit 30. Stoked that we don't have any Sunday tasks. The limited time tours, the reward highlights are 9,500 prize wall medallions, which requires Viscera, 5.263 million solo contest points, and 210 additional Viscera shards. For the tours on Friday, the early recruitment tour, of course, if you have Viscera, and he is the CSS. On Friday, we also have the John Cena tour, where, guess what? Any John Cena is a CSS. On Friday, we got the Faction Boss Challenge tour, where the CSS is Big Bronson Reed, the Alliance Austin, the Corporation Bossman, Hall of Fame Goldberg, Yeet, Jey Uso, and Special Edition Hustle, Loyalty, Respect, John Cena. So you got a lot of CSS there. And we have the challenge mode itself. Normal requires New Gen, Hard requires Legends, and Hell requires Modern. And the CSS for that is just simply any powerhouse. On Saturday, we have the Disciple Tour. Any striker is the requirement. Brutus, Beefcake, the Disciple is your CSS. On Sunday, we have the Ministry of Darkness Tour that goes live, where Taker, the Ministry of Darkness, and both of the Acolytes, Bradshaw and Farouk, are your CSS. The Family Legacy Tour also goes live on Sunday. We got the Final Boss Rock, Yeet, Jey Uso, Fatu of the Head Shrinkers, OTC Roman Reigns, the Nation of Domination, The Rock, Umaga, the Samoan Bulldozer. That is your list of CSS there. And last but certainly not least, on Sunday, the Ministry of Darkness Challenge Tour, which obviously requires the Ministry of Darkness, Viscera, no CSS there. The Faction Boss info, everything is allowed. The required Faction Boss coins can be earned in Faction Boss battles. The higher the difficulty, the more coins that you're going to get. Remember, each level's reward can be earned 4 times by beating the boss with a different style. Beating a level earns the rewards of all levels before it. Winning with an entire team of faction members gives 2 times the amount of Faction Boss coins. John Cena Chain Gang has arrived as this week's Faction Boss. Figured out how to overcome the hardened yellow gem shield and freeze ability. Breakers will not affect the shield, so make sure you bring superstars that can generate yellow gems. Use the Hell Freezes Over Boss Breaker to unfreeze your teammates' moves. The boss does have a large weakness to black and yellow gems, and guess what? Red moves will have increased strength against him, especially if you use the Corporation Big Boss Man. The summary, as you see in-game, the boss moves every 1 to 2 turns will either deal damage per turn, have a hardened yellow gem shield, freeze players' moves, and there's a combo move that will spawn random silence gems and increase the boss damage for silence gems on the board. Some attributes now are going to scale at different levels. So, red move damage from level 1 to 20 is 300%, from level 21 to 23 is 200%. Black gem and yellow gem damage at all levels will be a 300% bonus. And all gem damage, it is not active for a debuff from level 1 to 20, but there's a little 25% debuff once you get to the top 3 levels. The boss health hasn't changed. It remains 2.1 billion health at a level 23. Level 20 is a cool, smooth, even 1 billion. The boss abilities, as we have talked about already, he's going to deal damage and extra bonus damage per turn passed. He's got the hardened yellow gem shield. The shield scales from 20 to 200 depending on the difficulty and will either last 1 or 2 turns depending on the difficulty. He will freeze players' moves every 2 turns starting on turn 2, applies at difficulties level 9 or higher, and then will freeze either 1 to 2 player moves and last 1 to 2 turns depending on what boss level you are fighting. Hell freezes over boss breaker will obviously remove this debuff. The combo move itself, all color gem shield and increased boss move damage if there is a silence gem on the board. Every 2 turns starting at turn 1, applies at all difficulties level 6 or higher. Increase the move damage if there's a silence gem on the board. And this buff, this damage buff, can be removed with the Neutralize Boss Breaker. The rarity requirements for the boss, nothing from level 1 to 6. Level 7 and 8 is 5 bronze. Level 9 and 10 is 5 silver. Level 11, 12, and 13 is 5-star gold. The magic number 14, as we mentioned, is a 6-star bronze. You got bronze all the way from 14, 15, 16, and 17. 6-star silver will take over 18 through 22. And of course, to max out boss, level 23, you need those 6-star golds. Just a little bit of info on the boss breakers you can use. Hell freezes over, focused, and neutralize chaotic, as well as helping hand defensive and its time chaotic. The hell freezes over, unfreezes your moves. The neutralize will debuff the boss's buff. Some things to keep in mind: red move damage gets a huge buff, black gems gets a solid buff, and so does yellow gems. So definitely something that is something you should focus on in terms of characters you should bring. Just telling you a breakdown of what these breakers do at different moves. Difficulty 9 or higher for the hell freezes over. Difficulty 6 or higher for the neutralize. Mainly you get decreased cooldown on both of these. The hell freezes over, you will unfreeze more of your teammates' moves if you level that one up. Please note, if a team member disconnects or leaves an ongoing boss battle, the team won't earn the total points for that battle. And as always, you get an extra chance at a 5-star gold Visceral Ministry of Darkness in our forum giveaway. That is who our weekend character is. So make sure to join the WWE Champions community on the official forum and give your constructive feedback on the contest in order for a chance to win. I wish I could like this more than once, but I'm limited, so I'm liking it once. The Visceral Ministry faction boss, Viscera weekend, Viscera skill plate. It is awesome. That's going to be it for this recording. Hopefully y'all enjoyed, but until next time, y'all, have a good one.